right, welcome back, everyone, to everyone's favorite time of the year. We haven't been off on a hiatus for quite some time, but we're having a live reaction to the the NCAA tournament here. Number one seed is Duke, no surprise there. I'm here with Cason today, by the way. So,
No, Ohio State.
yeah.
Yeah, back at another year. No one joining us, Tim.
I know. I was going to say we are the elite minds of this NCAA bracket every single spring.
Got TCU against Ohio State.
And
Thursday
like,
game in Greenville, South Carolina.
yeah,
Oh, St. John's. Kind of surprising they're a 5 seed, Tim. What do you think? Maybe a little lower than I'd have them.
yeah. After beating UConn in the Big East championship, you'd think they'd get a little bit better in a 5 seed, but
Who's the 12?
sometimes these
Oh,
conference
Northern Iowa.
tournaments though don't seem to matter. It seems like, I mean, they play them, and it seems like the results of them don't even matter half the time.
Yeah, well,
Northern Iowa is playing.
let's see if I have this up. Let's see where it is. Where is the regional in the East this year? Oh,
In San
Kansas.
Diego, or the game's in San Diego. Yeah, Kansas is the 4 seed. Yeah, I'm picking the 13.
East Regionals in DC, so not too far down the road from New York City if they make it that far. Oh,
Cal Baptist, I kind of like that one. Oh,
I mean, out there in Cal together. Got Buffalo, New York, Louisville.
that's an intriguing matchup.
South Florida at the 11, huh? Today was the first time I kind of watched a little bit of South Florida, and they were pretty damn athletic, I thought.
I know.
Oh, Michigan State does drop to the 3.
North Dakota State.
Honestly, that's not a bad matchup for North Dakota State.
That's true.
Most of their losses this year were teams that were projected to either like win or do pretty good in their conference tourneys, so kind of not a bad little pick there. I mean, NDSU is the only Summit League team still to win a tourney game, Tim.
It's true. UCLA has the 7.
I don't know if they'll do it, but I kind of like that Louisville South Florida winner over Michigan State in round 2
know,
there if I don't go
so
with
do I.
NDSU. Oh, UCF at the 10.
CF and UCLA, that's another intriguing matchup.
Yeah. Curious the 2 is going to be down here.
UConn. They just say, yep, it is UConn.
That is going to be if UConn and Duke both make their way to that Elite 8, that's going to be an intriguing game, all right? Probably one of the better 1-2s we've seen in a while if they both make it there. I know both those teams definitely probably coming out of that first weekend.
Yeah. Oh, Furman, the Paladins.
Oh, boy.
Potential matchup with St. John's and Kansas in that second round. I like St. John's in that one.
Well, Tim, any instant reactions? My only thing is that St. John's at a 5 is a little surprising to me, but
That is a little bit surprising. I like as you mentioned, I like the UCF or the USF and Louisville matchup. I would probably take the winner of that game, which I feel like I want to go USF in that, to be honest. I want to go them over Michigan State.
I'm not going to lie here, too, though. If you're Duke, that's probably the 1-8 seed you didn't want to see if Ohio State makes it out of the first round because they're pretty hot right now. They probably should have beat Michigan.
That's true.
Bryce Thornton's on fire lately, and that he is just kind of obliterating anyone he plays.
That's true.
NDSU at a 14 feels a little underseeded to me, too. I thought they were more of a 13, kind of in the high 13s, too. So Probably not good for Michigan State to draw them. I think Michigan State can still prevail, but we'll see if Jeremy Fears is out here trying to kick people in the groins again.
It's a valid point. I do like that UCLA and UCF matchup. I know UCF had a tough time beating Cincinnati the other day. They didn't come back after Cincinnati choked against them, and I just don't know how I feel about UCLA in general as a team.
Yeah, they're kind of all over when I've watched them a little bit. I do think there's quite a few intriguing matchups here. I think it's going to be a lot of good games in the first round.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is going to make one of the sides is going to be just incredibly chalky.
Yeah.
If this one's as close as it kind of seems for some of these, but we'll see. Definitely a lot of potential for some pretty good round 2 games out there too. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple upsets with UConn kind of all over the place. So you never know what could happen with them if Hurley gets a tee or gets thrown out right away. Hurley and Mick Cronin round 2, Tim.
I was gonna say the Mick Cronin. It depends on how he shows up to his games.
Mick Cronin and Dan Hurley just get kicked out of the game 2 minutes in.
That would be a
round
very
2.
interesting matchup there.
Yeah, and then St. John's at the top there. They're going to be Sweet 16 potential against Duke / if Ohio State could get it done. It's definitely going to be closer in this. I thought Duke's region, with them being, I think everyone kind of expected them to be the overall one. I thought they'd get a little more breaks, and maybe they do it with Michigan State, but UConn and St. John's in there's pretty tough.
That's very true.
Yeah, and then we still got DC is the where the Sweet 16 Elite 8 will be held for this round, and that kind of bodes well, I think, for both St. John's and UConn.
That's true.
Midwest is in Chicago, West is in San Jose, South is in Houston. So if Houston can get that South region again.
What are you thinking of that Cal Baptist Kansas matchup? The 14 and 3 seeds.
I don't know.
I might just be a massive Kansas hater, but that Cal Baptist seems pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I think it'll be close. I think it'll take a lot to knock off Kansas in the first round, but if you're Kansas, gosh, I don't think there's a worse 5 seed you could see. I think I'd even rather play Wisconsin than having to play St. John's. That St. John's team, they're hot. They've been good all year, and they're just suffocating on defense.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, what was your best moment so far? The conference tourney games you've watched.
Definitely that Dayton and St. Louis ending. I think that was the best ending I've seen in a long time out of just a final minute stretch of a game. I watched the entirety of that game because I was watching that while I was watching Wisconsin and Michigan too, which was also a pretty good game. But that game, and then today earlier, I don't know if you saw, but Penn and Yale. Dude drops 44 points. He's played at Duke and Virginia, so it makes sense. But, come on.
Yeah, no, I think I was surprised to see Yale lose that. I thought they'd go in and be kind of a sneaky team to pull in their upset.
Oh, yeah.
They're always solid. They've pulled a few upsets over the years. Always a decent pick, so I was a little surprised to see them lose, but that's the nature of it. But here it looks like we're getting back
Arizona's
into
number one in the West. No surprise there.
Yeah, that like I said, Sweet 16 Elite 8 going to be taking place in San Jose out there.
Long Island.
Just chilling outside. Must be nice. Not all of us can be doing that right now.
Oh, not in the blizzard warning.
Yeah.
Inches of snow. Villanova is the 8.
I am all over the place in that Villanova team.
Utah State as the 9. Utah State's almost always either an 8 or 9, I feel like. Think out that one. Initial thoughts, I'm going to pick Utah State, but then I'm going to pick Arizona to absolutely beat the crap out of them second
That's
round.
a, my only hesitation is I feel like every year, Tim, I go really heavy in the Mountain West teams
That's
winning
true.
round one, and then they always there's one of them that'll advance of the five that make it usually.
Wisconsin's got the Thursday game yet again.
Well, I'm really glad they lost to Michigan then.
The High Point. Nope, not a team I wanted to play. That
I'm not
Chase
sure this.
Boston guy had just absolute wet ball in three.
I'm okay with the Arizona matchup, but I'm a little scared who this four is about to be.
Yeah.
That looks like a high-scoring game. Meantime, the 4 seed going to Portland, Arkansas with Darius.
Arkansas. I'm not.
No, I don't think Arkansas is a team I'm honestly really unsure how to feel about.
Oh,
Part of
and
me
they play
thinks they could-
Hawaii too.
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup. I really like, what's his name? Darius Akoff, whatever his name is.
Takeoff, yeah.
I really like him. I really don't think the rest of Arkansas is that good.
No.
Yeah, that's an intriguing matchup for Wisconsin. It's going to be another 95-90 game, though,
Yeah.
for sure.
The 11 seed is going to be determined.
What do we got in this bottom half here?
Ooh, Texas and NC State are
Ooh.
one of the play-in games. I don't think Texas deserved it, to be honest, but
No, I agree. I think BYU's going to probably massacre whoever wins that game.
this was a very weak bubble also, so it's hard to put some of these teams in.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. I would be scared if Wisconsin makes the Elite Eight after beating Arizona and then have to see BYU
Yes,
sitting there again.
me as well.
Uh,
I feel like Kennesaw State's kind of a high 14 seed. It's not like it's going
Okay,
to happen.
Gonzaga's a 3 surprising. They've been, I feel like, a 4 or 5 for most of the years. They kind of came on late here. Yeah, that's going to be I don't know. I'm definitely going pretty chalky on this side.
Yeah.
At least the first round. Probably the second one for the most part, too, outside of safer Wisconsin, probably at this point. Ugh, Miami, I'm not very high on Miami.
No. Purdue is the 2.
I honestly like how this broke for Wisconsin. I think Gonzaga's probably going to come out of this bottom half, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Queens. I was really hoping Queens would get Michigan State because I was low-key going to pick them over, but
Yeah, I think Purdue's got enough experience.
yeah.
Um,
Then again,
they-
Purdue had experience and they lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, so
yeah, that is true. I don't know. I think they should be fine to make it make it to that Sweet 16. We're in the West here, so they'll be out in California, but gosh, I have a hard time seeing them beating Gonzaga.
Villanova's a little bit banged up with some injuries, and Wisconsin and Arkansas both advanced. That's a rematch of John Calipari against a Wisconsin team.
Well, first thoughts on this one, Tim. I think it's pretty top heavy on this side. Like the first 7 seeds, 6 seeds, whatever, are pretty. I don't know. I'm picking them for sure over any of the low ones.
yeah.
The
The one that I'm looking at would be Missouri over Miami. That's not really that much of an upset.
Yeah.
7 seeds, but
Yeah, that's about the only one I think I'm going to be looking at as well. Utah State over Villanova is not really an upset, 9 over an 8, but
yeah, that's the only one that I would say. If I'm Dylan Gross, I've been high on Hawaii all year, though, so I don't know. Maybe he'd pick Hawaii to beat Arkansas, but I don't know if I'll go against Akoff and Calipari, but
yeah, round 2 games I'd be looking at pretty closely is Gonzaga, BYU, Wisconsin, Arkansas. All 4 teams advance there.
yeah.
Both games should be pretty lit. Yeah, don't have much else to say on this side other than Broke kind of nice. I think for Arizona, I mean, getting Wisconsin kind of hard. I know a lot of Arizona fans online were really hoping they didn't get Wisconsin. Um, Getting Gonzaga probably kind of hard on your side too. Although if anyone, I don't know, those teams match up pretty well with Tommy Lloyd, being in at Gonzaga for as long as he was. But
Yeah,
otherwise, I think if you're Arizona, you got to be pretty happy with everything else that happened. I mean, Arkansas is a 4 is a little weaker. I feel like
yeah,
7-8's not a big risk, and then Purdue at the 2 wouldn't be too scared about. Your biggest worries are Gonzaga, Wisconsin, and AJ Debensa.
yeah. BYU, that BYU and Gonzaga game is going to be interesting in round 2. I think both those teams easily advance. Like I said, I don't think Texas is a good last 4 in team. I'm not a fan of that, but
Yeah, them or NC State.
NC State also has not impressed me this year compared to years past. Obviously, Drew Burns, but yeah, I'm gonna take BYU and Gonzaga easily. But that matchup is what's going to intrigue me in the second round.
Yeah, that's probably the most intriguing second round game that I've seen
Because
so
I
far.
think whoever wins that game is going to come up with that little sub-regional. But like you said, Wisconsin, I think they drew a pretty good. I don't like their first round matchup with High Point, but I also picked High Point to beat Purdue last year, and they didn't do anything against them. So
Yeah.
as long as High Point doesn't have I know they're a big 3-point shooting team. I don't know if they have any big men or not, but Nolan Winter is going to be back for Wisconsin, so I don't think there's any worry for Wisconsin in that game. And then Arkansas is very hit or miss with how they play, so I'm confident that they would be able to beat Arkansas as well. It would just be that Arizona game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Arizona's been pretty good all year. They're in the Big 12, obviously tested, but I don't know. Wisconsin can beat anyone and lose to anyone this year for as hot as cold as they get. Online, all the Purdue fans are already worried with Queens, this being their first time eligible and first time making the tourney.
Yeah.
We know what Purdue likes to do. Yeah, well, we got what's up next? The Midwest, I think, right? Could be wrong, I guess, but I think it's Midwest. Yeah, I don't know. Wisconsin getting that. I'm trying to think who. Purdue. It's gonna be tough having to play Sunday and play Thursday right away,
Yeah.
especially if it's an early game in the day. Trying to think who else out of that side played today. I don't think anyone else did. Oh, Arkansas, I guess. maybe Dylan Gross is onto something.
That's true. He also said he's not. He said he wants to pick Hawaii, but he's not going against Acuff. So
17 of the 31 conference
Yeah, Acuff's pretty hard to go against.
bracket reveal. Many conference champions are still waiting
It's
to learn
honestly he reminds me a lot of one of those players that could probably drag a team pretty far
from the NCAA. And
just by himself, but
Coca-Cola, we are in the lower white quadrant now.
pretty tough side to get on there. We'll see.
Are the third overall.
See the way things breaks.
Reloading from last
Getting back to show now.
championship team to go 31-3 with Big Ten player of the
You know what surprised me this week was I completely forgot that Graham Ike was still on Gonzaga.
yeah.
Big Ten championship.
I think I've watched like 3 or 4 Gonzaga games this year, and for some reason it just registered he's still there.
And Howard
UMBC and Howard
there will face the Wolverines
will retrievers against Kamala Harris.
in Buffalo. The 8th seed.
Yeah, might see an appearance there on Thursday.
Wins and highest scoring team in school history.
Oh, Chris's beloved Georgia Bulldogs. Who's the 9 seed? I'm going to pick against them.
4-1 start, tied a school record.
St. Louis. I'm absolutely going St. Louis in
Oh
that.
yeah.
Robbie Avila. Yeah, I need to. Chris
God,
is,
if you're Michigan,
I'm sure Chris has never seen a game with Robbie Avila playing in it, but I just know he's going to bitch so hard the entire time he's watching that game.
oh yeah. Oh, I gotta.
A school record for wins over top 10 teams,
Tim, I'm tempted to pick St. Louis over Michigan.
So am I. I'm thinking the same exact thing.
A little bit of a break. They're gonna have Robbie Avila in that game. Oh. This is a tempting one.
A terrific guard matchup on tap in that one. Tavari Johnson, player of the year in the MAC, and Christian Anderson, one of the outstanding point guards in the country.
Shama Scott with that huge shot for the Zips. The 4 seed in Tampa.
All right, who we got down here in Tampa Bay? We got Texas Tech, who I am not a huge fan of without Toppin.
No.
If they get a good-looking 12 here.
You got Akron.
Not huge on Akron. If they would have got someone a little better at that 12, I would be pretty tempted to pick them over Texas Tech. For our 4 here.
Hofstra and Alabama. It's kind of another gross matchup.
I don't... Someone's got to come out of that side and play Michigan. Or St. Louis, I guess, if St. Louis does it.
Yeah.
But I don't think... If St. Louis somehow gets by Michigan, they're going to the Elite Eight. I guess is what I should be saying here.
Yes. Well, Miami, Ohio, and SMU are last 4 in.
God, I really hate that Texas Tech Bama side.
I know. I am probably going to pick St. Louis. I'm not a big believer in Michigan. Oh.
Yeah, getting Tennessee against that last first 4 matchups is kind of tough. I think SMU might murder Miami of Ohio.
Yeah. All right, State, Virginia.
This is a very weird side to me. Outside of Michigan and St. Louis, I really don't know how to feel about anyone else.
This is Santa Clara. I might pick them over Kentucky, to be honest.
I probably will. I really don't. Kentucky, I just don't like it all this year. God, who's this 2 gonna be? We already had UConn. We've had Purdue.
It's gonna be Iowa State. Yep, it is.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, Iowa State is gonna nuke their way to Elite Eight probably here. Maybe a Final Four.
Yeah.
I don't, outside of Michigan, St. Louis, or Virginia, I don't see anyone else that's playing very good. I think Michigan kind of got one here almost.
They really did. I think
outside of St. Louis round 2, like,
region is much harder than this Michigan one.
Yeah, both regions. I mean, I'd say the West, while the the lower seed teams aren't great. I mean, I think the high seeds are good, and Duke's is just it's kind of hard in general.
Yeah.
There's a good mix of, teams just seated in the right spot.
In a way where I think it gives some other teams some confidence. Looking at that Texas Tech Akron matchup again. You talk about potential point guard matchups. Cruz Davis and the Alabama backcourt. You've got the Akron backcourt and Texas.
Yeah, I'm not. I think if I'd speed run this right now, Michigan, St. Louis, Tech, Bama, out of those 4. Then once they show the second part,
What, Tennessee?
yeah, I'd pick probably Tennessee, then Virginia, Santa Clara, and Iowa State. Like you said, Iowa State should be able to run their way through this regional.
Yeah, I don't really see them unless something weird happens. They're just not hitting shots.
And again, that Santa Clara team could be nasty.
They got size.
Yeah, they do have size, so.
Well, we only have the South left. I will say for Iowa State, the Midwest Regional being in Chicago this year bodes pretty well for them.
That is true.
They'll be the closest team there. So we got the South left. Houston's going to be the South Regional, the Toyota Center, and Houston still has yet to get picked. So for our
I am
final one of
I-
Florida, Houston is probably gonna annihilate them if they meet. I'm also just not very high on Florida, to be fair, but you gotta think if you're Florida and you're the 1 seed and you just get thrown into the we're gonna play our regionals in Houston, Texas. It's kind of tough. So I guess for our next show, are we gonna go do some paper brackets, Tim, or are we gonna be doing a bracket online here?
Well, I was thinking I could do a share screen if you wanted to do that, but
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I do like the paper brackets, but editing purposes would be a lot easier to just do a share screen bracket.
That sounds good. Well, so we'll get Nebraska left too. Oh God, they're gonna get murdered by somebody.
What would you say is the number one upset you'd have on your radar as of right now?
I don't know for round one, honestly. I don't think there's any massive round one upsets I'm seeing out there right now. Maybe NDSU over Michigan State. But that's just because I think Michigan State's not very good this year.
You know what I
That's
just
probably
thought?
What's that?
The absolute disgusting thought that McNeese has not been called yet, and neither has Nebraska.
Yep.
If those two end up playing each other and I have to cheer for that stupid Amir kid, oh my God, I will be pissed.
It's probably going to happen.
I know. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Well, I'm just trying to think of everyone who hasn't been picked yet. Obviously, Houston, Florida, Nebraska, McNeese, Idaho. Iowa, are they still in?
Iowa, yep, they have not been picked yet.
Yep, so they'll be trying to think of who else is out there.
Oh, here we go. Chris is saying something. Yeah, very.
Yeah. Well, for our viewers at home, Tim and I will be making a second pot after this. After I pour myself a Guinness.
Yep, I was gonna say I need to get some. I have some Shell's Deer brand in my fridge right now. I need to go get those.
I'm gonna pour myself a Guinness or two and get ready here for Pick'em show. We kind of spoiled a little bit on this pod, but things could change.
And Florida the one. I might already say I'm committing to Houston, picking Houston out of this one.
I probably am. Just the fact it's going to be in Houston, and Houston's by far my strongest team. I don't probably need to see anything else. It's, viewers at home, it's another year of Tim and I just loving Houston. For them to lose in the round of 32 somehow.
Hey, we were right last year. We should have been right. They choked that away.
Is it like 2 years in a row we've picked Houston to win it all? I think both of us or something like that on this show.
Yes.
I don't think I'll pick them to win it all this year, but it's going to be hard pressed not to go.
Vandy as a 5, I am, I might pick them out of this little sub-region. Who knows?
Vandy's got to be pretty surprising. Oh, we got Oklahoma City games, Tim.
Oh, McNeese. Okay, thank God Nebraska's not playing McNeese.
You gotta get Idaho then, probably, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
who started 20-0.
Nebraska's going to get absolutely killed by Vanderbilt. They're going to get slaughtered by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one. Ooh, Iowa on that 8-9.
And they will have to do it against the Sun Belt.
Gosh, I don't know how I'm going to go with that 8-9.
Oh, I might pick Troy. I forgot about Troy. Whoa, I forgot about Troy. That Troy team is pretty good.
I know.
In Greenville, South Carolina. North Carolina is the
Dude, Vandy does not look very happy to be the 5 when they put up on the screen.
And I think that's why they're on the 6th line, Adam. I think if Wilson was healthy and playing, first of all, they would have had more wins. But I think they would
UNC has a 6. It's not a very good UNC team in my mind. Well, that might be a VCU pick for me.
Yeah, this is kind of looking like the upset side here.
Yeah.
VCU as an 11 on the overall seed line.
Yeah, I think Vandy probably should have been the 4 in this one. Or they should have been a 4 seed overall.
They would not have been
Yeah.
in the NCAA tournament.
And Dayton would have been, but how about Phil Martelli Jr. getting it done? We go to Greenville, South Carolina's Thursday matchup.
Yeah, this is an interesting side so far. Kind of, I don't know, it seems like they threw Florida, Houston, and just a bunch of the underachieving teams in there for the high seeds.
And at 18 and 11 as a 14.
Yeah, this is a very strange side.
A lot here recently. They've got to fix that, and if they do, they could be really dangerous.
Might be getting. This is probably one of my brackets going to just go haywire.
Yes.
Oklahoma City's matchups on Thursday, the 7-10. St. Mary's making their 5th straight appearance, and they will face 10 seed.
Oh boys, another St. Mary's here for me.
Yeah, St. Mary's. I'll pick them over Texas A&M.
Yeah. They're going to blow it somehow, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Can't pick them against my beloved Houston, though.
Yeah,
Idaho here.
if I was Illinois, I almost be kind of pissed I got the 3 for the 4.
Oh.
If they had the 4, they're probably going to the Elite 8.
Winning it as the 7 seed, beating Montana.
I don't know why Idaho's so excited to go play Houston. It might lose by 40.
Yeah.
Here before you, Seth. We go back up to the top. What jumps out?
Well,
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting side to pick, I think. I think it's going to be definitely our hardest side here.
Yeah, this is a very strange.
It's going to be as much pressure.
I'm not a fan of Clemson and Iowa as the 8 and 9 to begin with. I don't even know who to pick out of those two.
Where would you have thought they could have moved to the 4?
Vanderbilt, I will pick them over Nebraska if Nebraska even makes past Troy. But like I said, I'm a big fan of Troy,
I'm
so.
going to go to the bottom, but I do want to highlight the Cowboys. McNeese Cowboys.
Well, any last reactions, Tim, for our reactions video here?
That'll be a tough matchup.
The South region is by far the most messed up region. I think we can both solidly say that.
I think the South region is the most messed up. The Midwest is Michigan, Iowa State's to lose, honestly, for the most part. I mean, Virginia, St. Louis there. Could pull some upsets. We might pick some upsets here and do that show, but I think that's by far the easiest to go. I know who my top 4 at least are.
Yeah.
And then West and East are going to be kind of interesting to pick out here, I think. Pretty top heavy for the first round or two, but we'll see.
Very interesting. So let's see. SEC with 10 teams, Big 10 9, ACC 8, Big 12 8, Big East, WCC 3, Atlantic 10, and MAC 2. First 4 out at Oklahoma was the first out. And Auburn. I don't know. I don't understand the Auburn love the entire year. You can't go 17 and 16 in my mind.
Oh, I don't. It's the best case of people getting too into advanced stats. That team sucks. Bruce Pearl's Nepo baby sucks.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say outside of that.
I'm still pissed about Wisconsin getting absolutely screwed against Indiana too on that.
I know.
All on black.
Beat them and USC. If they beat those two, they're probably a 3.
I know.
Yeah, nothing else in the. I'd be curious who the next four out are. I don't. I, I don't know. This was a weird bubble year because I mean I don't think you can like Texas maybe, but I don't know. I think everyone else is just so much better than Indiana, Auburn, and Oklahoma. I don't think those teams really should have even been close in a normal year, but
I know.
because we sit here and act like the big conferences are so much better of SEC and Big Ten.
All right, so we will get our drinks ready, and then we will fill out a live bracket.
Yep. Love a good live bracket here. To our viewers at home, excited about March Madness. Excited to see some teams out here.
Excited for me and Cason to both pick Houston to win it all again, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get going on that in just a second.